Hi, Jess. Thank you so much for agreeing to reflect on your journey with me. Please share a bit about yourself.
Great, thanks, Jim. So I'm Jess. I am the founder of Female Mentoring Alliance, and I am a transformation coach who helps women decide and work out where they want to be in their lives and gives them the tools to equip them. Before this, I was in banking for over 20 years, where basically I was managing director by the end of HCC. But I realised that there was more that I wanted to do, hence my just changing and being made redundant, which was a great blessing for me, and retraining as a coach.
Yay. Amazing, Jess. I love your journey and you've got so much to add to so many women, which you're already doing. We'll come on to that. So we started working together in June. I think you came to my person day, which was end of May, and then you joined shortly afterwards. Can you remember what was going on for you at that time?
I was completely all over the place. I had ideas. I wasn't really clear on my ideal client. I thought I was, but I wasn't specific enough. I think I was nervous and I was my own barrier. So I had these ideas, but I didn't really try that hard. I think partly because I thought, well, if I don't do it, then nothing's gone wrong. If that makes sense. So I just kind of sat back and there was no structure or framework to what I was doing. And I just didn't know what to do. And I came to your day that you did. And not only was I surrounded by people who, like me, who'd done different changes, but they were excited. And it was just a lovely day. I was like, this is actually real and positive and possible. So that's really where I started off in June. Was I had the ideas, I had the desire, but none of it was really mashing together.
Yeah. I remember you had loads of ideas. So totally. And so I think offer to market in particular, obviously you've done the business of coaching as well, but with offer to market, you recently launched a group program. So share more about your recent launch.
So I came up with the concept of Transform Her, which is a group program for women to take them through a 6-stage process. And the great thing about offer to market was it was a great framework to actually do that offer and to actually say, okay, you need to think about this. Now you need to think about that. And that actually gave me the structure and vision of what I needed to do. So that really, really helped. It's full on. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely full on, but it was fantastic. And I've got 10 out of 12 places filled, potentially with another one. And then one person decided not to do the group program, but instead decided they wanted to do a one-to-one. So it's been a really successful launch. And it's made me really excited to think about how I do my next launch and to be able to use that framework again. It's really hard when you're on your own. It's like a squirrel, like, oh, something over there, something over here. And actually having something like this has given me that ability to focus and have the structure that I had in a corporate role. And I've been in a corporate for over 20 years. So I'm used to structure. This has really, really helped me.
Yeah, amazing. And what would you say you put your success of selling that program down to?
I just decided that what's the worst that could happen? I'd be in exactly the same situation as I am now. So I might as well just go for it. I was really worried that what people would say about me, would they think I was selling too much? And what you may feel is like you're saying it 100 times over. In reality, people are only seeing once or twice. So I just kept on going. And I think you also said you will feel like you're doing this 100 times over, but no one else noticed it. And so I just did. And I just did it. And I kept on going and I kept on going. I kept on going. And there were times when I'd love to say I did set my social media plan for a month. There were times I was literally writing it, pressing send and saying, oh, just do it. And I did. And was it 100% perfect? No, not at all. But actually the result was pretty perfect. So that worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I love it totally. And what would you say to anyone considering joining the program?
You have to go for it and don't wait until it's the right time. There will never be a right time. Just go for it. Obviously, the structure and the framework that you put in place, there's the calls every week. There's the other people that go through it. There's your support that you give us as well, which you make us feel like it's totally possible. And it makes it just a bit more like there's no win or lose in it. You're just growing each week. And that makes it really good as well. It's definitely worth it because not only also using it once off, you can keep on using it. That's great.
Yeah, totally. And what's next for you, Jess?
What's next for me is going out there and getting my voice out there more. So starting to pitch to corporates more, putting myself out there to do public speaking events, speaking on panels. I'm going to launch schools again in January. Yeah. And I'm also going to do one-to-one as well. So it's bringing all of that together and refining it as well. It's the first time I've done the program. It's learning. I ask you for feedback all the way through. So it's just keeping on going, really. And I've just about finished my qualification.
Wow, exactly. And actually, yeah, just pulling on what you said a moment ago about it never being the right time. You were moving house when you first joined the program. You've just done so many different things and doing your qualification, and you've still managed to make it work and successfully sell your coaching and a group program.
Yeah, no, definitely. And thank you. I think one of the best things I did was the Help to Heaven exercise on the island. Once you start to think like that, and doing that really, really helps people.
Yeah, that's amazing. Because I was just about to ask you, like, what were the most impactful frameworks and things you used? So the Heaven to Hell one, anything else in particular that was useful?
So doing that was really useful. I think also the piece that you have to with all the different ways of building up and the framework around how to market yourself was really useful. So how this will help. But also one of the best ones I got responses on was why this isn't for you. And that just seemed to really annoy people, which was great. It was like, this is for me. And that was really useful. I think also I did that free webinar at the beginning, and that really helped convert people to do the course as well. Once you've got that document at the beginning of why this is the program, who the person is, who is your ideal client, what do they feel like? And that was a question that you asked that I thought was really important. Is how are they going to feel when they do this? And it's really true. You read all the marketing books, it's about people. People want to know how they're going to feel and what they're going to experience. And it's true. And once I got that in my head and I was able to articulate it, that really flowed, and that helped with all the ideas as well.
It's been amazing to watch you on the journey and get clearer and clearer and refine as you go as well. So what would you say to anyone considering working with me?
I would say it's a real giggle. You learn a lot and you feel really supported. It feels like a really trusted relationship. And what I also love is that you're very honest about what you say and how you do things. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you're very clear that, sometimes it's last minute and that's okay. So actually you take away that feeling of perfectionism that some courses sometimes sell, and you just make it really real and honest. And the people that you attract onto the courses are naturally people that I would want to work with and do things with. So the big part of that is your personality, and what that one day that you did, I think was fantastic.
Yes, I keep meaning to do another, maybe before the end of the year. But like you say, now when you soon realize how much it takes to promote a day, like as you're learning now, you realize you can't do in person and launch course.
That was the other piece of advice that you gave, which is really important. Only do one thing. You can only do one thing and only talk about that. And you feel like, oh my goodness, that can't work, but it does. And it's true. You can only do one thing, because generally we're working for ourselves, which means you are the tax person, the tech person, the PR, marketing, your HR, you're the receptionist, you're actually the brand. So you can only do one thing.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much, Jess.
Thank you.